everyone. I, Professor Neha Dikshit, going to explain you today basic concepts regarding the dynamic analysis. It is a part of unit number 6 in your finite element analysis subject. First of all, we will see introduction about the dynamic analysis dynamics. If a solid body deforms plastically and suddenly releases, it tends to vibrate about its equilibrium position. This periodic motion due to restoring strain energy is called free vibration. The number of cycle per unit time is called frequency. Now, why dynamic analysis is required? So, need of dynamic analysis is static analysis is time dependent. It does not consider the variation of load with respect to time. Quantities like velocity and acceleration are therefore predicted only by dynamic analysis. Natural frequency of vibration of component is the basic design property in dynamic analysis. Dynamic analysis can be used to predict this natural frequency. So, types of dynamic analysis basically two types, free vibration and forced vibration, and another type damped vibration and damped vibration. First of all, we will see free vibration. If a system after initial disturbance is left to vibrate on its own, then the vibration that occur are known as a free vibration. No external forces acts on a system. It is simple harmonic motion. Example, oscillation of a simple pendulum is the example for that free vibration. Differential equation of a motion for the free vibration is m double dot x plus k x is equal to 0, where m is mass, k is a stiffness, double dot x is second derivative of x with respect to time, that is the acceleration, because x is the displacement. Next is second type is forced vibration. If a system is subject to an external force, then the resulting vibration is known as a forced vibration. If frequency of external force matches with one of the natural frequency of a system, a condition known as a resonance occurs and system may fail. So we have to avoid the resonance condition, that we have to avoid the force vibration should not be equal to the natural frequency. Example of the force vibrations are the failure of the bridges, while differential equation of motion is m double dot x plus c dot x plus kx is equal to function of t. So where c is the damping constant, x is displacement, therefore x dot is second derivative, x double dot is the second derivative of x with respect to time, so it's known as the acceleration, and x dot is the first derivative of x, that is the first derivative of displacement, so it's known as the velocity, while f t is the time dependent load. Next type is the damped vibration. If the vibratory system has a damper, the motion of a system will opposed by it and the energy of a system will dissipated in friction. This type of vibration is called as a damped vibration. Differential equation of motion is m double dot x plus c dot x kx is equal to 0, and basically it is for the free vibration, therefore equal to 0 is there. Undamped vibration, if the system having no damper is known as the damped vibration, undamped vibration. Differential equation of motion is m double dot x plus kx is equal to 0. Obviously this is equation for free vibration, and here c is not included because it is a undamped vibration, damping is not in that. Next topic is general steps in vibration analysis. This is important for the our finite element analysis. First step is mathematical modeling of a system. You have to convert the system into the mathematical model to solve that system. Next step is derivation of a governing equation. Next step is solution of a governing equation, and last is the calculation of the result. So every mechanical system can be represented by the spring mass damping model as shown in figure. For the free vibration, first figure see that, and forced vibration, forcing function is there, and that forcing function is time dependent, and also damper is present in second system. So free vibration problem are usually eigenvalue problems whose solution gives the natural frequency and structure. We will see in detail what is the mode shape. first of all we will see this. Consider simple case of a free vibration as shown in figure A. Therefore equation of motion is m d square x by dt square, that is the x double dot, that is the acceleration, plus kx is equal to 0. This is a second order differential equation whose solution is x is equal to a cos omega t plus b sin omega t, where a and b are constant that depend on the boundary condition, and omega n is the natural angular frequency of the vibration is given by omega n is equal to under root of k upon m, where k is the stiffness and m is the mass. Frequency in hertz. If now see this omega n is the angular frequency in radian per second, while fn is if I want frequency in hertz, then omega n upon 2 pi will give in hertz. Next important topic is finite element equation for undamped free vibration using Lagrange's approach. Lagrange's approach is energy based approach. If T represent kinetic energy of a system and pi represent the potential energy, x is a generalized coordinate now here, and f is a generalized force. Therefore Lagrange's equation of motion is given by derivative of del t by del x dot minus del t by del x plus del pi by del x is equal to f. Similar to static analysis, consider the equation in terms of the linear equation, that is the u is equal to shape function matrix and in D matrix, where n is shape function matrix and D is displacement. So differential equation 2 with respect to time is u dot is equal to n into d dot, where n is the shape function constant with respect to time and d dot is the nodal velocity. Consider dt is the kinetic energy and dm is the elemental mass. Then dt, that is kinetic energy, is equal to 1/2 dm into v square, where d is the delta function. This is for the small element. So remember this, when I am going to insert here d, that is the delta function, this is for the small element, and when it's for the object, then integration of that is considered. In matrix form, dt, that is the kinetic energy in matrix, is equal to 1/2 u dot transpose matrix into u matrix into rho into dv, where dm here is replacing with respect with rho into dv, the density. Substituting value of u dot transpose and u from the equation second and t, you will get this equation as shown in slide, and integrating the above equation. Now we are going to integrating because we already seen the equation for the only one element. Now for assemblage of the element, we have to integrate that equation, and your final answer for the kinetic energy is equal to 1/2 d dot t transpose matrix multiply by the matrix integration of rho into shape function transpose matrix into shape functions into dv into d. Now this integration of rho into shape function transpose and shape function into dv matrix is the consistent mass matrix. It is derived using the shape function. Now the potential energy is given by pi is equal to 1/2 transpose of a D matrix into K matrix into D matrix minus transpose of a D matrix into F. Now del pi by del D dot is equal to K into D minus F. It is a partial derivative of potential energy with respect to velocity. Same partial derivative of kinetic energy with respect to velocity, and partial derivative with respect to displacement is considered here, and put this all values in equation 1. You will get one equation, that is the m into d double dot plus k into d is equal to f. For free vibration, forcing action is 0, therefore equation is modified as m into d double dot plus k into d is equal to 0, and this is equation for single system. If there is a more than one system is there, then equations are modified. And for assemblage of the system, for the whole system, capital M matrix, that is a mass matrix, into capital D dot matrix, that is the acceleration matrix, plus capital K matrix, that is a stiffness matrix, into D matrix, that is the displacement matrix, is equal to 0, where capital M is the summation of a mass matrix and capital K is the summation of the K matrix. Where pre-multiplying by the M inverse, we will get another equation, and comparing this equation and modifying this equation, K into D is equal to omega square M into T, where K represent assembled and global stiffness matrices and M represent assembled mass matrices. Now formulation of undamped free vibration eigenvalue problem, and this is the main syllabus of for your finite element analysis. Equation of motion is given by we already seen in previous slide. M matrix into Q dot matrix plus K matrix into Q matrix is equal to 0. Here Q is the displacement, Q represent displacement and Q dot represent velocity, where Q dot is equal to x sin omega, sorry, Q represent x sin omega t, Q dot represent omega x cos omega t, and Q double dot represents minus omega square x into sin omega t, that is the acceleration. Suppose amplitude sin omega t is equal to 1, therefore Q double dot is equal to minus omega square into x. Amplitude sin omega t is equal to 1, therefore we get acceleration Q double dot is equal to omega square into x, and put this value in previous equation, then we will get M matrix into minus omega square into x plus k into x is equal to 0, and rearranging the terms we will get k into x is equal to m into omega square into x. Now consider this omega square is equal to lambda. This is generalized eigenvalue problem for undamped free vibration, where eigenvalue lambda is equal to natural frequency square and x corresponding to the eigenvector, and this is the significance of eigenvalue. So we can say that when we are going to solve the undamped free vibration dynamic analysis problem, then we will results into the eigenvalue, which is the square of the natural frequency. Thank you for listening.